Yesterday, I'm talking about the five aggregates. When we practice meditation, we should see this physicality and mentalities. Just only disturb mind and matters as realities. So as already know, these five aggregates. The first one is the corporeal realities. Second one is the feeling. The third one is perception. The fourth one, mental formation. The fifth one is consciousness. So we should see these five aggregates when we practice meditation. Yesterday I mentioned about that. So already today I would like to talk about just 12 bases. When we practice meditation, we should know the 12 bases. We have internal bases and external bases. We have 6 internal bases. This basis is main source or basis, or in Pali term we call ayarana, or basis or sources or spheres. With the mind, this consciousness and its concomitants arise, we call basis. The internal basis is our eye basis, ear base, eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base. Basis means, for example, eye base means sensitive part of the eye. We call eye base. Sensitive part of this ear, we have ear base. Sensitive part of nose, we call the nose base. Sensitive part of tongue, we call the tongue base. Sensitive part of bodies, we call body base. And the 89 type of this consciousness we call mind base. So easy to remember. This internal basis, the eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivities, and body sensitivity, and mind, this internal basis. And external basis, we have 6 too. That's visible object, sound, odors, taste, tangible object, and mental objects. So external, 6 external bases. This is why we call it basis, because it's the place, the spheres for the mind to arise. Without having eye sensitivity or visible object, we will not see anything. Should no eye consciousness arise. So when we have eye sensitivity, we have visible objects, and then eye consciousness arises. We see So based on this internal, external basis, this eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind. Different kind of the wholesome consciousness, unwholesome consciousness arise. That's what we call ayarana. And another meanings, because this 12 bases is to prolong our the samsara. We die and born again in the cycle of birth and death. There's no end. Because of what? Because of the 6 internal bases and external bases. For example, in our daily lives, we see something. When you see something, what you see is the good objects. It's a good object mostly greed, craving, attachment arise. What you see, you still like it. How come? This anger arises. So this based on our eye sensitivity, based on this object, visible objects, just greed, anger, delusions arise. That's why the Buddha says what we need the awareness, mindfulness. This mindfulness awareness is like securities. Try to observe what kind of external objects will appear to the 6 sense spheres. You have to be mindful. You be mindful, see something, especially for meditators, see something, just see. Don't think more than that. Just see. So that's why we need to observe this object, just see. Don't think, I like it, I don't like it, or beautiful or ugly. Not supposed to think about that. Just see. What you see, so see, reality is you see its form, this visible object. You see as a person, as a man or as a woman, and so on, it's a great anger will arise. So if you see some visible object, just see. This object is not always appears, just temporarily arises and will disappear. This means the form, the visible object also is impermanent. How about our eye sensitivity? This eye sensitivity also always arising, disappearing as its nature. How about the eye consciousness? The seeing consciousness just arising and disappearing one after another. So when you understand this point, the visible object, sensitivity, just eye consciousness, just mind and matters. Just eye sensitivity is one kind of matters. The visible object is one kind of matters. And the seeing conscious is the mentality, just mind and matter, physically and mentality. You will not see as form, as shape, as a person, as a man or woman. So you'll be able to do that. No greed, no anger, no delusion to arise. That's why we need to understand what is the realities, what is the concept. So our meditation object should be realities, not supposed to be concept. When we see something, hear something, or greed or anger delusions arise, this the greed, anger, delusion is the cause of suffering. That's cause of suffering. You will suffer about it. And it's not only this life, in future lives, or we have to reborn again. In our daily lives, it's just greed, anger, delusion arise many times. Just think about that. Just when you accumulate the bad karma. So when we die, this bad karma will give the result. Maybe we will reborn this unhappy state. That's why we need to protect our internal six sense basis. What kind of objects appear? Try to protect this use of mindfulness, awareness. If you have awareness, the wisdom will follow. They are working together. That's the good. That's the wholesome consciousness. They are working together. So where somehow you have effort, as mindfulness, concentration, you understand. So what is the appeal? Just mind and matter is the wisdom. So no room for this many defilements to arise. That's why we need to practice this mindfulness meditation. We see something, just see, just may see, just smell, just hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So all of you, still try the best you can to be aware of every physical activities and mental processes. So what happened in your thought? What happened in your sensation, your feeling? Whatever you see, you hear, you smell, you taste, you touch. Think about. Try to be aware of that, and you will see just mind and matters just arising, disappearing one after another. That means you see the truth. You see realities. By seeing that, as you know, these phenomena just arise and disappearing as impermanent, you will not attach to the body, you will not attach to anything, anyone, as you don't attach to anything, anyone, there's no suffering. So how to reach to the cessation of suffering? We need to understand this mind and body as impermanent, as suffering, uncontrollabilities. So try to practice the insight vipassana meditation or mindfulness meditation. May all of you understand the nature of this mind and body. Eventually be able to reach to the cessation of suffering, still gains enlightenment in this very life. Thank you for your attention.